Today we are going to do some problems on sex relations and functions. So we have already seen some problems. Okay, so we have basically covered the basics. So today we are going to do some more problems which are little tougher, not very tough. If you know the concepts, nothing is tough. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. And today's problems are taken from the most recent IIT JEE main examinations that were held in April. So அதிலிருந்து set functions relations இது சம்பந்தப்பட்ட questions எல்லாம் எடுத்து நான் compile பண்ணியிருக்கேன். So let's look at that.
இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் வேற எந்த கிளாஸ்லயும் நடக்காது. அது நம்ம ராதாங்கிறதுனால மெனக்கெட்டு அவர் எடுத்து பண்றாரு. இன்ஃபேக்ட் நான் கூட இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணதில்லை. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் வி ஷுட் பி தேங்க்ஃபுல் டு அவர் டீச்சர். அது குரு பூர்ணிமா டே. I think it's really good, Radha. You have taken a lot of effort in compiling the questions.
Okay, thank you, Keshav. Thank you. Yeah, right. So, are you able to see the screen? The size சரியா இருக்கா இல்ல இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணணும் இல்லையா?
கொஞ்சம் பெருசு பண்ணுங்க.
கொஞ்சம் பெருசு பண்ணணும். ஓகே.
Good.
Okay. In the problem, in a study about a pandemic, there are 900 persons was collected, and it was found that 190 persons had symptoms of fever, 220 persons had symptoms of cough. Okay, another 220 breathing problem, 330 had fever or cough or both, 350 had cough or breathing problem or both, 340 had fever or breathing problem or both, 30% had all three. So this is the data given. So you have to find out number of persons having at most one symptom. So I believe you should be able to do it yourself. So but I will go step by step. So each step maybe you can help. See, now what is given, there are people with fever, cough and breathing problems. Okay, so it is given that number of persons with fever is 190, number of persons with cough is 220, number of persons with breathing problem, let us put the first letters F, C and B. Okay, so then what else is given? 330 have fever or cough or both. So how can we represent it? Tell me. It is fever or cough or both is what? What is the symbol that should come here?
Sir, union.
Yes, it is union. Why are you shy? Everybody please, should tell immediately. You see that, it is cough or fever or both. It means it is union, right? That is the basic definition of union. Okay, so F union C is 330. Similarly, cough or breathing problem, C union B. Next is fever or breathing problem or both, F union B. Persons had all three symptoms. So how can we represent that all three symptoms?
F union.
F?
The F union, B union, C.
No. F union, B union, C means persons having fever or cough or breathing problem or any combination of those. Okay.
So
all three symptoms. So all three means this intersection. Intersection means having, if there are two sets, the intersection means it is that those elements belong to both the sets. So that's what is asked, right? All the three symptoms, they have to have fever, cough, and breathing problem. All three.
okay, sir.
F intersection C intersection B is 30. Okay. So now, number of persons having at most one symptom. So how can we find it? Any idea? So we can divide it, all the people, there are totally, NU is also given. Totally there are 900 people, that is also given. So that we will write it as N of universe. Okay. So now we can divide all these 900 people into groups like this. People having no problem. One symptom. Two symptoms. Three. மொத்தமே மூணு தான். அதனால all three. This is all three symptoms. Okay. So this we know. So all three symptoms means intersection of all the three. So this we know. Okay. So what is being asked? Number of persons having at most one symptom means what? Let us say this is P, Q, R. So at most one, அப்படினா என்ன?
So the final thing is one only, sir. One and one below.
Maximum one. At most one means maximum one. That means 0 and 1. So we have to find out what is P plus Q. அதான் கேட்கலாம். Okay. So the sum of all the three, P plus Q plus R plus 30 is obviously 900. That is universe. So this is exactly one symptom, two symptom, no symptom, three symptom. So it has to be 900. Now how to find P plus Q? Okay. So either we can calculate P and Q, or what is the alternative? $900, no? Because sum of all the four is 900. So we only want P plus Q. So that means you take these to the other side, you get 900 minus 30 minus R. So we can put like this. Is that correct? So now only one variable is there. R is the only variable that you have to find out. Which is the number of persons having two symptoms, means exactly two symptoms. So how to find out the number of people having exactly two symptoms? You tell me, given this data, how can we find? Is it coming out from here? How many people are having exactly two symptoms? So what are all the combinations that we need? Exactly two symptoms means N of, either they can have fever and cough. Two symptoms இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? Fever and cough. But they should not have breathing problem. Because if they have breathing problem, then it will become all three symptoms. So So, but this R is equal to only people having two symptoms. So, either they can have fever and cough, or cough and breathing, but not fever. Fever and breathing, but not cough. So R can be determined by this: F intersection C intersection B naught, and so on. Okay. So you see, can we find out this one? What is this? First, let us determine one of them, then the others are similar. We can simply determine the others in the same way. So what is the formula for F intersection C intersection B naught? Let us draw a diagram. Here is your fever, cough, breathing. So two symptoms பத்தி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம்: fever, cough, breathing. இது வந்து fever and cough, F intersection C. ஆனா உங்களுக்கு B இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஸோ இதை நம்ம எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணிடணும். ஸோ இதுதான் வேணும் நமக்கு. இங்க இருந்துச்சுன்னா மூணுமே இருக்கு. ஸோ மூணுமே இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் திஸ் மேப்பிங் டு? Right? So it is the whole thing is your F intersection C. From that you will have to take out people with all three symptoms. Appada, we will get only two symptoms கிடைக்கும். So this number is equal to F intersection C minus F intersection C intersection B. So is this given? F intersection C, is it there? We know that, okay, F intersection C intersection B is given, that is 30, right? That is given. So how to calculate F intersection C now? You are given F, you are given C, you are given F union C. So from that, can we calculate F intersection C?
Yes, sir.
What is the formula? Go ahead.
Sir, N of F plus N of C minus N of A union
F union C is equal to
N of F plus N of C minus N of F intersection C.
Very good, very good. This is one of the basic formulas. N of F union C is N of F plus C plus minus this intersection. That means, so put those numbers, no? F union C is given to us. What is F union C? 330.
330.
What is N of F? 190, 220. Therefore, N of F intersection C is equal to what? Correct? So what is it coming to? 190, 410 minus 330. But what exactly we want? F intersection C intersection B naught. F of N of F intersection C intersection B dash. That is, we already saw F intersection C minus N of F intersection C intersection B. So இது ரெண்டு மட்டும் தான் வேணும். மூணு இருக்கிறத நம்ம எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணிடுறோம். That means this is equal to 80 and this is equal to 30. It's given. So 80 minus 30, which is 50. So that way we have determined F intersection C intersection B dash. So same way we can determine the others also, right?
Yes, sir.
So do it. I'm not going to do it. You people do it and tell me. C intersection B F dash. Same way. Since we want only these two, C and B this time, so we take the C intersection B minus, we exclude those with all the three. So what is this value? C intersection B. What is N of C intersection B? Has anybody calculated? It will be C plus B minus C union B. That is 220, 220, 350. So this 440 minus 350 is 90. So this will be 90. So 90 minus 30 is 60. Same way you calculate N of B intersection F. What is B intersection F? 190, 220, 340. This is 70. Therefore, N of B intersection F intersection C dash is equal to 70 minus 30. This is going to be 40.
40, sir.
So these are the three numbers that we need: 50, 60, and 40. Right? So what is asked R is equal to this plus this plus this. That's all. R
$150, sir.
150. Very good. Wait. 1 minute. Huh? In 2 symptoms, right? Number of persons having at most one symptom. So we have found out R. After that is not the end of it. Okay, we have found out R. We have to find out this P plus Q, right? P plus Q is 900 minus 30 minus R. So R we have found out. So number of people, this is the people with 2 symptoms. Okay, exactly 2 symptoms. So number of people
820.
with at most 1 symptom equal to total, and we have to subtract 2 symptoms and 3 symptoms. 2 and 3 we remove, it is going to be 0 or 1, no or 1 symptom. So what is this?
820, sir.
20. 720.
720, sir.
720. Okay, number of people with at most 1 symptom, 720. Okay, so it's not very difficult, but it requires a little bit of thinking. And the thing is, no, IIT, you got very limited time for doing this problem. One problem, you will have only, how many problems are there? 25 problems you have to do in 1 hour, means, see, 2 to 3 minutes. Some of the problems you can take up to 3-4 minutes. So within that time you have to do. So even though it took more time for us to explain and do it slowly, you have to, if you know how to do, you look at it, you can formulate it, you can do it really quickly. Okay, so that you have to practice. It's very important, that you have to do it quickly also. So if you know how to do, you will look at the problem, formulate what to do, you can do it in 3-4 minutes easily. Okay. So this problem is very similar. Okay. So there is a function. So let me ask you all. So the first question is it clear to everybody? Like Harshina?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah, anything you do not understand, please, just ask me. Okay.
so no, sir, I can understand.
Let's look at the next problem. If the number of awards in event A is 48, there are 3 events, right? A, B, and C. There are 3 events. So what is given? N of A is 48. N of B, number of awards in B is 25. N of C is 18. Okay. And I think the symbols are not coming. Given N A union equal to 60, and now A intersection B is 5. Then how many got exactly 2 awards? Very similar approach only here also. Okay. Exactly 2 awards. Exactly 2 awards means what? We want N of A intersection B intersection C irukkodadu. This is what we want. Normally, these things we can do it in using a Venn diagram. That will be easy, like I drew in the last problem also. Idila, there is they are not given so much data like in the first problem, right? So they are asking to find out how many got 2 awards. See, let's just apply the formula that we know. A union B union C is equal to what next?
Sir, minus N of A union B.
Intersection. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So all 2 combinations of 2 sets. So that you should subtract and then put plus all 3. So this is the formula. A union B union C. There are 3 sets. it is NA plus NB plus NC minus A intersection B plus B intersection C plus C intersection A. அதுக்கப்புறம் plus A intersection B intersection C. Okay. Now we want this. So this is there as one big term. Okay. So this we can write as like the same way in the last problem we did also. N A intersection B minus N. So this first term alone, I am writing like A intersection B minus A intersection B intersection C. I will write it again. So what is required is people with two rewards, right? Number two rewards, exactly two rewards. Is equal to, so this plus this plus this. So this we can write as N A intersection B minus N A intersection B intersection C. So that is the first term. Suppose only A and B. Adhe mari only B and C. That will also be B intersection C minus A, B and C. Then mari C intersection A. This is equal to the sum of these three terms. N of minus 3 times so you see 3 times, right? A intersection B intersection C appearing 3 times. So you see this term is what we want. This term we have is in the formula. Okay. So we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. This is same as this. Okay. So therefore you can easily determine this missing term. Okay. Only two rewards is equal to this minus 3 times this. So first let's determine this. Okay. A intersection B plus B intersection C plus C intersection A. Let us determine that. A union B union C is 60. A union B union. I am writing this step. Okay. A union B union C is equal to NA A plus B plus C 48 25 18. 48 25 18. It's so hard in the screen. If you have a question paper in front of you, it will be much more easier. Okay. Minus this big term that we want. Then plus A intersection B intersection C, which is also given, which is 5. So from that we can calculate this. So 60 equal to 48 73 91 minus this big term plus 5. So 91. So what will the value of this be? N of A intersection B plus N of B intersection C plus N of C intersection A will be equal to 91 plus 5, because I'm taking this to the left hand side, so these two are remaining. So 60 comes from this side to this side, so it changes sign. 91 plus 5 minus 60. So we have this n a intersection b plus b intersection c plus c intersection a equal to 36. So exactly 2 rewards. What is the formula that we got? This 36 minus 3 times n of a intersection b intersection c. So all we have to do is subtract 3 times 5, right? This 36 minus 3 times a intersection b intersection c, which is 21. Not reward, reward. So you have that given, right? 21, option number A. Okay.
Sir,
Tell me, Suman. Yeah.
sir, can you make this same sum in Venn diagram, sir?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
This is A, B, and C. So exactly 2 rewards means this is exactly 2 rewards. This is A and C, only A and C, but it's not having B. And A and B, which is not having C, is this. This is what we need. For that, what we have done is A intersection B. A intersection B is what? This. And this is A intersection B intersection C, the center part. Okay, so that we eliminate, we get this. Similarly, this is A intersection C minus A intersection B intersection C. So this is likewise B intersection C minus A intersection B intersection C. So we have determined each one of them. Okay, here it is so what they given, n of A is given. N of A is 48, B is 25, C is 18. So from the diagram, you cannot easily make out. Okay, n of A is the total of A is given. Okay, so only using the formulas, you can calculate each of these. So all you have to look at is from the diagram, these portions. Okay, because you need only the ones with exactly 2 rewards. Okay, this middle number we know is given as 5. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Let's look at this relation. Okay. Couple of problems in sets. Okay. So we move on to relations now. So here is a relation in real number. Okay. No, A, B belong to Z, which is integer. Okay. the set given is integer. Okay, so A and B belong to the integer set, and there is a relation A comma B which is true if GCD of A and B is equal to 1. Okay, so we take now all integers, okay, and pair A and B so that GCD of A and B is equal to 1. So that is going to be a relation. Okay, the relation means it's a pair of numbers, right? So one mapped to the other. Okay, so if A is mapped to B, if A and B, the GCD of A and B is 1, which means A and B are co-prime. So A and B are, so like for example, if A equal to 3 and B equal to 4, GCD of these two numbers 3 and 4 is 1, therefore 3 will be mapped to 4. But will 3 be mapped to 6? No, because 3 and 6, the GCD of 3 and 6 is not 1, because there is a common factor which is 3. So GCD of 3 and 6 will be 3. So therefore 3 and 6 will not figure in the relation, whereas 3 and 4 will figure in the relation. So that is the definition of the relation. So this kind of relation, the simple question, is it reflexive, symmetric, transitive, or equivalent? Think about it and tell me. Let us test each one of them. No, suppose two numbers are defined so that their GCD is 1. So what is the definition of reflexive?
A is related to A.
A is related to A, right? So in this case, is A related to A? So that is the question. Is A related to A? Just put one example, no? So let us say number 5. Is it related to 5? So how do we test whether it is related to 5? So we have to take the GCD, right? And see whether it is 1. So GCD of 5 and 5, is it 1? What is GCD of 5 and 5? Basics, you should go back to basics, recollect, what is definition of GCD. Okay, so what is the GCD of 5 and 5? Greatest common divisor.
So 1.
It is 5, because if 5 and 5 are there, so we divide, no? So 5 is a common divisor between both these numbers. So this is not equal to 1. So 5 and 5 doesn't belong to the relation R. That means, what does it prove? Is it reflexive or not reflexive? Reflexive means you put the same two numbers, same value, okay, 5 and 5. So A should be mapped to A. That means 5 should be mapped to 5, 6 should be mapped to 6, 7 should be mapped to 7, and so on. Then only the relation will be reflexive. But actually, given the condition, is it true? 5 and 5, the GCD is not 1. Therefore, not reflexive. Okay. Now, is it symmetric? It is all just testing your basic. It is all ஒரே நிமிஷத்தில் டிக் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடலாம் இந்த கொஸ்டின்லாம். Okay. Is it symmetric? What is the definition of symmetric?
A related to B and B related to A.
Yes. If A is related to B, then B should also be related to A. So check it out. I said no, take two numbers for which GCD is 1. That means they should be co-prime. There should not be any common divisor other than 1. Okay. So not reflexive கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு. Symmetric. So நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா 3, 4 are co-prime. So between 3 and 4 there is no common factor. Therefore the GCD of 3 and 4 is equal to 1. So இதே நம்ம just put it the other way. If 3 is related to 4, then is 4 is also related to 3. If 3 and 4 are co-prime, then what about 4 and 3? GCD doesn't matter whether you take it between 3 and 4 or 4 and 3, they will be same. If you take for any two numbers, whichever order you put, GCD will be the same. If there are for two numbers, okay. So if 3 and 4 is present in the relation, 4 and 3 will also be present. Like that, any number combination that you take, if A and B is present, then B and A will also be present. Okay. So what does it mean? What does it prove? Is it symmetric or not symmetric?
It's symmetric.
It is symmetric. Okay. Symmetric means the definition is if A is related to B, B must be related to A. If 3, 4 is appearing in the relation, then 4, 3 must also appear. So in this case, it will appear. Any combination that you take where GCD is 1, you put whatever order, if 10 and 13, for example, then again 13 and 10 also will be there in the relation. Therefore, this relation is this is symmetric. Okay. Now see whether it is transitive. Okay. What is the condition for transitive? If 3 is related to 4 and 4 is related to 3, then 3 should be related to 3. If A is related to A and B is appearing in a relation and B and C is appearing in a relation, then this implies A and C should also be there in the relation. So that is what is your transitive. So in this case, let us take this simple example. 3 and 4 is appearing. Then 4 and 3 is appearing. So what does it imply? It should imply that 3 and 3 should also be there in the relation. Is it there? Is 3 and 3 will it be there in the relation? If it has to be there, the GCD of this 3 and 3 should be 1. Okay, which is not.
Not transitive.
Okay, so that is, but this is not true. 3, 3 is GCD of 3, 3 not equal to 1. Therefore, it is So even though it took a lot of time, if you know these concepts, you will only take a few seconds to find out the correct answer is option B. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Right. Let's do one more problem. Let A equal to ABCD and relation A to A be defined as R equal to AB, BD, BC, BA. Okay. Okay. Now, the minimum number of elements required to make R as equivalence. So, how many elements do we need to add to make it equivalence? You know, in this kind of general sets, now, if it has to be equivalent, then all the subsets, okay, should be except the null set. Okay, so all the combinations, 1 minute, A, B, C, D, I'll write it like this. So A can be mapped to A or B or C or D. Similarly, B can be mapped to any 4. C can be mapped to any 4. D can also be mapped to any 4. Okay. So, so totally, how many elements are there in the relation? So we saw a formula for that. Okay, if there are 4 elements in a set, the total number of relations that can be formed. So how many relations can be formed? We'll put the total number of relations. Since there are 4 elements, okay, so that will be, each element can be there or may not be there in the relation. So we saw that it will be, for each element there are 2 options, therefore 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, the 2 power 4. So if there are okay, so that will be, so here there are 4 and here there are 4, each element can be mapped that way also. You can look at it, 4 into 4, which is 16. Okay. So there will be totally 16 elements, okay, in the that can be formed. Those 16 need to be there for the relation to be equivalent. But there are only 4 elements, so you need to add the remaining 12 elements. Okay. So you can also do it in another way. 16 minus 4 equal to 12. You can also do it in this way. So these 4 elements are there. So we see that in order to make it reflexive, what all we need to add? We need to add AA, BB, CC, DD. Okay. So because reflexive means each element should be mapped to itself. Therefore, there has to be these elements need to be added. Next, you see A is mapped to B, then B is also mapped to A. That is good. But now B is mapped to D for symmetric. Okay, for it to be symmetric, AB is there. Therefore, BA is also there. So BD is there, but DB is not there. So we need to add DB. Okay. Then again, BC is there. So we need to add CB. So this is for making it reflexive. This is for making it symmetric. Okay. So what do we need to add for making it transitive? you see A to B is there, B to D is there, then A to D, is it there? If A to B is and B to D are there, then A to D should be there. But A to D is not there, so we need to add that. So the moment you add A to D, for it to be symmetric, we also need to add D to A. So D to A is also not there. Okay. So those two we have added. So A to B is finished now. Then B to D is there, and D to something, D to A is there. So B to D is there, D to A is there. So that means B to A should be there. It is already there, so that is fine. So B to C and C to B is there. So B to B, that is also there. So we can check like that. B to A and A to D is there. So B to D should be there. It is already there. So we have to check for everything. Okay, let's see. Well, look at it and tell me what else is missing. Okay. Basically, all need to come. See, here you have C to B and B to A. Okay, C to B and B to A is there. So, but C to A is missing, right? So we have to add that. So once you add C to A, to make it symmetric, we need to add A to C also. If it is not there, A to C is also needed. Okay. So we started with 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. We have come to now 14. So 2 more elements are missing now, right? So what are those 2? So are they needed is a question. Okay. So we have accounted for AA, AB, AC, AD. AD is also there. Then BA is there. BA, BB, BC, BC is there. BD. BD is also there. Then let's say CA, CB, CA is there, CB is there, CC is there, CD. Okay, I don't see CD. Now, the question is, now let us see whether CD is required or not. Okay, CD will be required because we have C to B and B to D, right? C to B is there, B to D is there. So C to D must also be there, and it is missing. So we have to add C to D. Then once you add C to D, again D to C is also needed. Okay. So these are the elements to be added. So you already have 4, and you need to add another 4 to make it reflexive, another 2 to add symmetric, and these to add again transitive. And in the process, we discovered more need to be added for symmetric also. So totally we need to add 4 plus 2 plus 6, which is 12. So basically, like I said, all the elements are needed. Okay, so all combinations. So totally there are 16 combinations, out of which there are only 4. So the remaining 12 are needed. So that's what you have seen. So each and every, these are 12 elements you have counted. Okay, to make it equivalence. The option is 12. Okay. So everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it's time up now. So there are more problems, but I don't want to, keep on burdening you. So let us stop here. Okay, I think probably so you need to go back, look at these once again, read the chapters, functions, relations. Okay, and I request you to try the other problems yourself. Okay, there is no use just looking and listening and going back. So you have to try to give you that opportunity. So I'm going to stop here. Okay, so you please try those remaining problems that are there in this. This I have already sent to you, right? You have all seen that, right? You all have it, no? All of you have seen the questions. I already sent it a few days back. Did you all see that? Okay. So now we have solved 4 of the problems, right? So the remaining continue in the same way. They are not very difficult. They are very similar only. Counting the number of functions, checking, what type of function and so on. Okay. So you should be able to do it. So do it and please try. Okay. We will continue and try to complete it in the next class. Okay. If you didn't try to solve it, no. So we will come up with meaningful questions. So what you tried and what doubt you had. So then it will be easier for you to follow. Then you can understand it better. Okay. So it is important that you try and come.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I should have asked you before even starting. Did any of you try these problems? Because I had sent it a few days back. Okay. Never mind. So now you go. Hopefully you have a good understanding of these concepts. Try the remaining problems, and we will complete it in the next class. Meanwhile, unga school have they completed this and moved on to the next chapter?
Yes, sir.
Moved on to the next chapter. What is the next chapter? I think algebra, no?
Basic algebra, sir.
Basic algebra, sir.
Okay. அது முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா இல்ல இன்னும் நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்களா?
Still going, sir.
Still
Still
going.
completed the chapters.
Completed. So for some it is completed, some it is still going. Okay. But then next week it will again be sets and these relations and functions. After that it will be algebra. So I want to sync up with whatever is going on in your class, so it will be easy for you.
Sir, in my class, relation and function completed, sir.
Very good, very good. So all the more that all of you should be able to do these problems. Okay. By that time, in 2 weeks from now, all of you in your school they should have completed algebra. So we will take it up algebra similarly. Couple of classes we will run on algebra. Okay. So any suggestions, feedback? Is it
Sir, it's good.
you are able to follow, understand?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. And if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. You can contact me separately also. Okay. You can put your question in WhatsApp or call me. Okay. So okay, let's close now then. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.